You tell yourself you're fine alone. But when someone moves closer, something inside tightens. You pull back without thinking. Slow replies, small distance, subtle walls. Not because you don't care, but because caring feels risky. You want closeness, but your body braces. You don't fully understand why. You're attentive, thoughtful, capable of love, but deep connection triggers unease. You notice tone shifts, delays, tiny cues. Your mind scans constantly for patterns of risk. You hide parts of yourself just in case. You tell yourself, I'll be fine on my own. Even though solitude is safe, it's lonely. And that loneliness is confusing. Psychology calls this avoidant attachment, but the label feels cold and incomplete. Your brain learned that closeness equals unpredictability, and unpredictability triggers protection. You are not broken or incapable. You are cautious because your nervous system learned to survive. Maybe love was inconsistent as a child. Maybe vulnerability was unsafe or dismissed. Your brain adapted. It minimized exposure, relied on itself, stayed alert. That adaptation is intelligent. It kept you functioning in uncertain environments. But adaptations don't automatically update with age. So safe closeness still feels dangerous. Two systems are at play: attachment and threat detection. Attachment seeks closeness. Threat scans for danger. Closeness activates warmth, interest, desire to connect. But the amygdala detects intensity as potential risk. It doesn't process logic. It reacts to patterns resembling past emotional pain. Here's a simple mental model: smoke alarm. Some homes scream only at fire, others at toast. If early experiences were unstable, your alarm is sensitive. Closeness equals heat, heat equals potential danger. Amygdala activation reduces prefrontal cortex function. Logical thinking is temporarily suppressed. Withdrawing feels rational in the moment. Later, regret reminds you it was fear, not choice. Relief after pulling back reinforces withdrawal. Behavior strengthens through negative reinforcement. Cycle repeats: closeness, alarm, withdrawal, relief. Attachment remains, but safety feels uncertain. Breaking this loop requires retraining the nervous system, not forcing vulnerability, but gradual recalibration. Step 1. Label the alarm. When the urge to withdraw rises, silently say, my threat system is active. Why it works? Labeling activates the prefrontal cortex. It reduces amygdala intensity and creates space between impulse and action. Example: you feel the urge to ignore a text. Pause and notice the emotion before responding. Visual notebook with one sentence written. Step 2. Practice micro-vulnerability. Share a small, honest feeling before anxiety builds. Why it works? Gradual exposure retrains fear conditioning. Safe experiences update the brain's predictive model. Example: I feel a little anxious when you don't reply. Nothing explodes. Your nervous system records a new pattern. Step 3. Separate present from past. Ask, is this reaction about now or something from before? Why it works? Memory networks can blend past and present. Conscious differentiation helps contextualize emotion. Example: feeling abandoned in a small argument? Recognize that intensity may belong to old stories. Step 4. Stay slightly longer than comfortable. When you want to withdraw, remain engaged for just a bit. Why it works? Avoidance strengthens fear circuits. Presence without escalation teaches safety in discomfort. Example: you want to end a deep conversation. Stay 5 more minutes. Breathe, listen, and remain grounded. Visual waves moving slowly. Over time, these small exposures recalibrate the alarm. Distance no longer feels like the only option. Integration. Think of your system as a finely tuned instrument. Previously, some strings were oversensitive. Each pause, small vulnerability, and conscious presence tunes it closer to harmony. You are not bad at love. You are learning a new rhythm. Love is not about removing fear. It's about recognizing fear and acting in spite of it. Your brain will still react. Your nervous system will still flag closeness. But over time, signals lose their urgency. You begin to differentiate alarm from reality. Visual: person watching sunlight through a window. Quiet reflection: love does not demand perfection. It asks only for presence, patience, and awareness. The walls you built once protected you. Now they can be adjusted gently, intentionally. You are not guarding against love. You are learning that love can be safe. The thought to carry: closeness is practice, not permission. Every small step rewrites old patterns. You are not broken. You are learning the rhythm of being seen. And sometimes that is the most courageous act of all.